What's up guys, Matt here. In this video, I'm gonna talk to you about why I decided to do a brand new roofing startup in 2025 after being in business for over a decade, and the things I've learned and why I did it. And I think this will actually be really valuable for you if you own a business. So some of you guys have been watching my channel for, close to 10 years, and some of you guys might be brand new, but quick recap. I started my first business in 2012. It was an exterior cleaning business, doing power washing, window cleaning, that kind of stuff. I built that for 8-ish years and sold it to my partner. And then I got into the e-commerce space. We built an e-commerce brand that went from 0 to 5 million in the first 12 months and built that over a few years. And so over the last, decade or so, I've built and sold multiple businesses that have done tens and tens of millions of dollars. And in 2025, now I have gotten into the roofing business. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly why. So over the last decade, I've learned a lot of things, a lot of pros and a lot of cons. And one of the things I've learned is not every single business is equal, meaning my exterior cleaning business was a great entry-level company, but I was never going to become wealthy from it. If you look across the country, there's very few exterior cleaning or window cleaning businesses that are doing tens and tens of millions of dollars per year. They just don't really exist unless it's a private equity firm that has a bunch of them wrapped up into one umbrella. And so what I started doing was looking into industries that did have that potential, and roofing is one of those industries. Now, through my coaching, because I do a ton of one-on-one coaching with home service business owners all over the country, I've done a lot of coaching with roofing contractors. And the one thing that I've learned is the guys that understand marketing and understand how to run businesses not only build multi-million dollar businesses, 7, 8, I've even seen 9-figure companies, but they almost always sell to private equity firms for lots and lots of money, millions and millions of dollars. Now I'm 35, so I'm still young, I've still got some life in me, but I have no desire to be starting new businesses the rest of my life. And so the way I look at this company, which you can probably see it on my shirt, Early Bird Roofing, or here on my hat, is we have a 5 to 7 year goal for this company. We want to turn it into an 8-figure brand that we can then offload to a private equity company. Maybe we're in it for an extra 12 or 24 months to help the transition, but overall we sell the business and I never have to do anything ever again. Now the difference between this business and my first business that I started was when I started my exterior cleaning business, I had less than $1,000 to my name. Now fast forward a decade later of endless hours of work and tons of sacrifice and saving money and living like I'm broke even when I wasn't. I'm in a much more fortunate situation. So me and my business partner essentially have as much money as we want to throw at this business. Over the first 90 days, we're likely gonna spend somewhere around $50K just getting it launched, all of our marketing, vehicles, wraps, everything that needs to get started for the business to really start steamrolling fast. The other thing about the business that I love that in my exterior cleaning business I did not have is that we don't have employees on staff, meaning labor employees. So the guys that are actually installing the roofs and doing the physical labor are all subcontracted out. Now I like this because it's less people that I have to manage. If I'm being honest, that's one of the least things that I enjoy in a business is managing teams, especially labor teams. So now what I get to do is I get to build a really strong office staff and sales team and let the labor go to the guys that are good at that part. This business is also very high ticket. So we're gonna be primarily residential, but we'll probably do about 20% commercial. When I say commercial, big churches, schools, stuff like that, not Walmarts or any of the big flat roof stuff. Our average ticket's around $18,000. Where in my cleaning business back in the day, it was around $500. So you can take the profit margin from that versus this. You know, our gross margin on a job is anywhere between 30 and 40%. Plus you have your overhead costs and all of that, but it is a profitable model. And the great thing is I can sell one customer and make way more than having to sell one power washing customer and make way less. Now the downside of this business is it's not really recurring, but the reality is that you make enough profit on the first sale that really in any recurring home service business model, it's gonna be pretty challenging to make more profit than that regardless of how long you have the customer on your recurring schedule. And so we're hitting the ground running. We've already launched, we've already sold a bunch of jobs. This week alone, we're 3 days in, we've done almost $250,000 worth of estimates. We're running tons of Google ads, Facebook ads, yard signs, direct mail, door hangers, pretty much everything that you can think of. And the beauty of it is that I have over a decade of experience of doing this now. So I have a little bit of an unfair advantage over maybe somebody else who's just getting started, or maybe even somebody who's been in the business for 3 to 5 years but doesn't understand marketing, hasn't really been obsessed about learning how to grow businesses or doesn't have the capital to do so. And that's why I predict, and I may be wrong, but we'll see, that we will grow very quickly and become one of the more dominant roofing companies in mid-Michigan. So I just want to make this quick video, and I will continue to give you guys updates. We're buying a truck today. Maybe I'll do a video of our new truck wrap and sales techniques and show you guys jobs and all the behind the scenes stuff, just to kind of bring you back in my world. I've got absolutely nothing to sell you. You guys know I do coaching and that kind of thing, but that is not what this channel is for. I want you guys to see the behind the scenes of how I'm building businesses, and hopefully you can take something from it and implement in your own company 100% free. I love you guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so now. I'll see you on the next video.